What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. First and foremost, I'm going to shout out the people who won the soul giveaway for last video. As you can see, I chose to divide the one soul that I give away to different people. I thought it best. There was a lot of different submissions. And if you want to join this video's giveaway, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, and share the video with your friends that are also in the crypto space. We have a mission to accomplish, and that is to get everybody out of the brainwash zone and get them into the fact of this video. The fact of this video is that if you watch any of my other content by now, you know that creating meme coins is the only true way that you're actually going to get wealthy this bull run, okay? If you're stuck trading meme coins day after day, losing your money left and right, getting rugged, then to be completely honest with you, you're not alone. I was like that for the majority of 6 months, losing my money left and right. But once I learned the process of creating and successfully launching meme coins and potentially or not potentially rugging them, I started making hundreds of thousands of dollars with this. You guys can go back to my other videos for proof. But with that being said, in this video, I want you to put away your phone, stop looking at your Phantom wallet, stop looking at it, that meme coin that you bought a couple hours ago. I promise you're going to get rugged either way. Pay attention to this video, because this video is going to teach you exactly how to launch a successful meme coin that makes you a crap ton of money, okay? I'm doing this video specifically because, again, now that you know creating meme coins is the way to go, I get hundreds of thousands of DMs at this point asking me how to do this. So put away everything, pay attention to this video. So the first thing you guys want to know, the first thing you guys need to know is that there's multiple different ways to actually go about creating meme coins, and there's different avenues that you can take, okay? The first one is influencers, okay? The first one is influencers, and here in these launchers, I'm going to go step by step and describe each and every single one so we can then pick the best option for us that makes us a lot of money, okay? So for influencers, the cool thing about influencers is to get a crap ton of traffic, right? I'm going to use check marks in this video. So you get a lot of traffic, right? Let's give it 5 check marks, okay? You get a lot of traffic with influencers, meaning you can scale to a very high market cap. Market cap meaning you could go to the hundreds of millions very, very quickly, easily, in fact. The difficulty for this is actually very, very high, okay? Why is it high difficulty? Because how are you going to launch a meme coin with an influencer? Do you know anybody? Do you know anybody that has a lot of subscribers? Do you know Haley Lush personally? You probably freaking don't, okay? Which is fine. It's completely fine because there's different options to go about. But if you do, hey, this is actually very doable. Now, the replicability of it, can you do this multiple times? Hell no, right? The replicability of this is very low, okay? Meaning you have to rely on one singular launch, maybe once a year. You know, once every 6 months. And I don't know about you, but if you're making, let's say, $100,000 on one influencer launch, okay, because influencer launches require a lot of huge team, in fact, right? Then it's not worth it because you're spending 6 months out of the year trying to scout one big influencer and only making 100 grand, okay? Now, the DEX is very important, right? So there's usually 2 different DEXs. There's Pump Fund, okay? People launch on Pump Fund and people launch on Radium, right? The DEX that influencers use is usually Radium, okay? Because Radium actually, if you want to create a coin on Radium, you're a developing keen, you need a bunch of different things in order to actually have that, okay? Now, meme coin launches, okay? Meme coin launches, the traffic is very, very dependent on you. I'm going to put you, okay? It's very dependent on you, meaning you have to have a ramp-up period of 3 to 6 months, in order to actually build up a community, make a lot of content, find the trending topic. If the topic dies in this process, you're pretty much screwed, okay? Because you have to find a whole nother meme to latch onto and build traffic around it, okay? Market cap, these usually at freaking most hit, 50M. I would probably even say less. 10M is usually the golden standard for meme coins. And the difficulty with this one is actually, I would even say higher than influencers, right? So I'm just going to put higher, right? It's higher than that. Why? Because you have to be a very, very, very competent individual that can create a lot of content, that can build a content team, that can build a huge community, keep it alive every single day, right? Only to get a smaller payout. Now, the replicability of this is actually medium, okay? Because you can do this over a long period of time. You don't necessarily have to rely on an influencer. You can just rely on yourself. You just have to make sure that you put in the work, okay? You have to make sure that you put in the work. Therefore, it does become very, I guess you could say, simple to replicate, but hard to execute because it takes so freaking long to actually do any of this, okay? Now, the decks that these are usually run are on the pump fund decks, okay? These are usually run on pump fund, right? If you guys can see the pump fund, this is what I mean when I refer to the pump fund desk. And this is what I mean when I refer to the Radium decks, okay? As you can see, Radium dexes usually hit way higher market caps right off the bat. These are, 1.9 million, 232.2 million, right? While pump fund dexes, right, if we go to it, they usually hit like a lot lower market caps. So you can see like they're hundreds of dollars, thousands, like 10,000 only. That's because, again, Radium dexes have a lot more backing, okay? Now, when you go to the meme coins of it, again, these are usually launched on pump fund, which is way higher. The 10M is actually a very conservative amount. Usually it's going to be like a 500K launch to a 10M launch, okay? This means that if you're putting in money in this, let's say you put $100 of this money, this is generational wealth, right? Like you can turn $100 into 100K, right? With these launches, you can turn $100, right, into a couple grand, maybe 10K, okay? But again, it takes you 3 to 6 months to actually do this, okay? It takes you 6 months to find an influencer to do this, okay? So you have a long time, a long, long time before you're able to actually do any of this. Now, the last option, which is frankly the best option, is duplicating or scalping different meme coins. Okay, what is duplicating or scalping? Now, there's huge projects that are meme coins. Okay, there's huge projects that are influencer launches. Okay, now what you do in scalping is you basically just copy and paste this, right? Now, what you've done by copying and pasting the coin, literally naming it the exact same way, literally having the same image, having the same ticker, what you're going to do is you're going to collect all the traffic, all of the traffic that was supposed to go to these two, you're going to collect it, right? All the traffic that was supposed to go to this, you collect it right away. Now, the traffic here is very, very simple to achieve, right? It's not that much. It's basically a trickle down, but you get easy traffic, right? You don't have to do any marketing, right? And instead of taking 6 months here and 3 months here, you can now do this in minutes, okay? Because there's hundreds and thousands of different launches happening all at once. If you go to Twitter, everybody's launching a meme coin nowadays. There's hundreds of thousands of people that are launching meme coins that have hundreds of thousands of subscribers every single day, right? So this becomes very easy to replicate, very easy to have a lot of traffic for instantly. Now, these meme coins, for example, this market cap that it hits, to be frank, it's on the lower side, right? You can hit an easy, 100K plus market cap with this, 100K plus market cap with this, but it happens instantly, right? It happens instantly and it happens on Axer, right? The difficulty of this is, frankly, it requires you to be extremely fast, right? It requires you, I would say it's easy. I wouldn't say it's easy. I would say it's simple, okay? It's simple to execute, but you have to be chronically online. You have to be constantly on Pump Fund looking at what the Netix launches. You have to be constantly on Twitter, constantly on Photon, constantly doing all these different things, constantly doing a lot of research to find out what exactly you're going to replicate, okay? Now, the replicability of this is you could do this one time a day. Hell, you could do this, infinite. You could do this in infinite times per day, right? Which means you can make a lot of freaking money really, really fast. Now, usually, if you want to duplicate and scalp, what you would have to do is you would have to be on the Pump Fund DEX. Why? Because it's super easy to create a coin on Pump Fund and replicate whatever somebody else is doing, okay? You can, let's say, Haley Walsh dropped a coin. I can make a coin on Pump Fund, but it's not going to get that much attention because, remember, these coins hit lower market caps. Now, what I've actually found is a website that lets you duplicate and scalp damn near instantly, right? And remember I mentioned how you can basically research, right? This is a present for you on this video. This is something I did not want to share, but I found this website called MemeFast where now you could basically recreate and duplicate and scalp these options in a matter of seconds, okay? Meaning this duplicating here becomes super easy. It becomes instant, simple. And now the big kicker is you can do them on the Radium DEX, okay? You can do them on the Radium DEX, which is absolutely insane. So the way that this works is you go to the MemeFast website, you can create token if you want to launch them on a Radium Dex, which is again better because of the fact you can reach a higher market cap, but you can actually copy trending tokens with a singular click. Now, if you refresh this page, you can automatically start seeing King of the Hill. King of the Hill are the ones that are King of the Hill means that they're getting a lot of attention on Pump Fund. So if you go to Pump Fund, guess what? That's what this coin is, right? So it shows you which one is there. Now, if you happen to run across any of these right here, if you're King of the Hill, people are already duplicating this right here. So if we go to Pump Fund and we search up, let's say this is called Cursor AI, and we search up Cursor AI right here, guess what? There's millions of copies already, hundreds of copies already. Why? Because people are very fast to it and realize that, hey, if this is King of the Hill, I can copy and paste it and people are going to buy my stuff on accident. And I'm going to make money simultaneously, instantly, in fact. Okay, so what you want to do is, let's actually do this for an example, right? So let's say this coin just came out. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to click create coin. Okay, I have to make sure that I sign in with my Phantom wallet. Okay, you can just proceed anyway here. You can confirm here, and you want to make sure that you confirm here. And now you can actually, look, you see how instant it is. Now you actually have the token created instantly on the Radium Dex. Now you've mitigated everything else that happened, right? Now you can have a higher market cap than any and all of these coins, than any of all these coins that have a disadvantage because they're already on Pump Fund. As you can see, this guy copied and pasted it, 14K market cap. This guy copied and pasted the King of the Hill instantly. Right? Now we've instantly created it on the Radium Dex, which is a complete game changer. Now all we have to do is we have our token address, you can copy and paste it. We just simply have to create the liquidity pool, right? What I do here is just you have to make sure you put max so you own all of the supply. The sucky thing with Pump Fund is that if you click on these tokens, you cannot, when you create a coin on Pump Fund, you cannot for the life of you control 100% of the supply, meaning you can't make as much money as possible. With here, you can absolutely control 100% of the supply, meaning you could potentially rug the coin, rip up all the liquidity that people bought into, and make a lot of money really, really fast. Here, I recommend you putting anywhere from 0.3 to 1 SOL. So let's say right here, I put 0.3 SOL to actually make this. All I have to do is create pool, right? I confirm the transaction, right? And it's done. Now I just refresh right here. The liquidity pool is done, and I can actually view this on Photon instantly. As you can see, people are already buying in. The coin has skyrocketed, right? Right now it's only at $55 market cap. All I have to do now is, if I want to collect all the money that people are buying into it, is I just simply have to click this button and remove the liquidity absolutely instantly, and boom, I made like 20 bucks. Okay, I know it's not a lot, but I'm doing this for educational purposes. Again, I don't condone any of these actions, but I want to show you how game-changing this is. Okay, if you know what I just showed you, you should be completely mind blown. Okay, you should be absolutely knocked out from so much amazement. Okay, because now you can scalp coins every single day, every single hour, and make, even if it's $100, okay? You can do it infinite times, right? You can do it infinite times. I don't know about you, but if somebody tells me I can make $100 every 10 minutes, I'm going to be behind my computer doing this every single second. All right, guys? Don't share too much of what I show you in this video. Again, it's for educational purposes. Join the Telegram down below.